Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5. Today, top 5 things we learned at Big 12 Media Days. Of course, brought to you by Flag and Anthem. Use our promo code 365sports at flagandanthem.com. Let's get into it. Number 5. Getting rid of the polls was a smart thing. Last year, the media poll picked this guy, Kenny Dillingham, to be in last place. And look, we didn't know much about them, but getting rid of the polls wasn't a good idea because we were wrong. Getting rid of the polls is good because every little thing seems to influence the committee. And if the people who know the conference best can't really pick it, despite the fact that it is so close, why give them a data point to say like, oh, well, obviously these teams weren't very good? Take out a narrative point and let the conference fall as it may. So preseason polls, I think we all agree, are pretty pointless. But for some reason, because they're out there, they enter the consciousness of a lot of people. So you take them out of there, you take them out of the consciousness, it's a solid idea. Number 4, if the coaches have to lose, they want to lose to this guy, Kalani Sitake. He is the most popular coach maybe in America as far as other coaches go. He's your favorite coach's favorite coach. They love him, the way he carries himself, the way he runs his program, the way he treats his players. They all kind of want to be like Kalani Sitake. Deion Sanders talked about, after losing to Kalani Sitake last year, how much he admired Kalani Sitake. It is amazing to hear coach after coach after coach talk about Kalani Sitake and what a good guy he is and how excited they are, just watching while we're doing an interview with somebody and Kalani walks by, or when we're interviewing with Kalani and somebody walks by, how happy they are to see him. Garrett, I don't think I've ever seen this before.
No, it's very rare. He's such a unique and awesome person that once you get to talk to him, you see how you can just go be attached to him.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely. So I just thought that was a really cool and weird thing that's happened to the Big 12. And again, they don't want to lose, but if you told them, if you put them on the lie detector and said, if you had to lose, would you want to lose to Kalani Sitake? All of them would say yes. Number 3, Scott Frost has regrets. I don't know how to really describe the vibe around questions around his tenure at Nebraska. Obviously, he doesn't want to talk about it because it was very painful. He said he got pulled in the direction by Tom Osborne that he could be the guy who put the team back in the national championship. Ultimately, he said he didn't really want to go, but he felt obligated to. Now, that does kind of shirk some of the responsibility he had for going 16-31 in his time in Lincoln, but I do think that everybody needs to pump the brakes and see where this is. But it's clear to say that he has regrets. Nebraska has some regrets. It didn't work out. And let's see how it works out for UCF and Scott Frost the second time around. He says it's the only job he would want to be a head coach for, which is kind of a good news, bad news thing. Not that, he wants to go other places. I guess that's good news for UCF. But maybe it's bad news in that he was almost content to be an NFL assistant for the rest of his career. And that, does he really want to be a head coach? Does he want to live in Orlando? Those are things that people will question, and we'll see how he does. He didn't forget schematically the things to do, but can he be the leader of the program? That's the important question for UCF. Number 2, Brett Yormark is playing the long game. When it comes to 5+11, is it the best thing for the Big 12 right now? Probably not. They might wind up only getting 1 team or 2 maximum in a 16-team playoff early on. But 5, 6, 7 years from now, if the investment in the conference continues and the teams continue to get better, look, the deepest quarterback conference in the league, we're going to talk about in a second. If those things continue, if the investment continues, if the new rules of enforcement are actually enforced and they work out, who's to say that the Big 12 in 5 years can't be on equal footing of the SEC and Big 10? And who says that those conferences don't cycle out? Sports are cyclical, and Brett Yormark knows this, and he's betting big on it. And number 1, it is the deepest QB league right now. The only really unsettled situation is UCF. All the other teams pretty much know who their quarterback's going to be. And I can rattle them off right now. I'm happy to do it. At Arizona State, it's Sam Leavitt. At Arizona, it's Noah Fafita. At Baylor, it's Sawyer Robertson. At Kansas, it's Jalen Daniels. At Kansas State, it's Avery Johnson. At Utah, it's Devin Dampier. Well, okay, the second one, BYU, up in the air, but that was just recent. UCF, up in the air. But Houston, Connor Wegman, on and on and on and on. I could list, but there's 16 damn teams. It takes forever. TCU, Josh Hoover. Bam, look, we're already at 11, and I haven't even gotten into the real meat and potatoes just yet. Brennan Sorsby at Cincinnati. They are the deepest QB league right now. What does that mean for the future of this season? We don't know until it starts and how many of them stay healthy. Rocco Becht at Iowa State. I'm still going, baby. But what it does mean is that all these teams are going to be tough to beat. All these teams are going to play close games. And experienced quarterbacks means that's harder to run away with games. We talked to this guy yesterday, Jalen Daniels, and he's one of those dudes in the fourth quarter, they're down 5 points. Give me the ball, I'm going to go. Rocco Becht, same thing. Josh Hoover, same thing. Sawyer Robertson, same thing. Sam Levitt, all of those guys have that vibe to them. Scott Satterfield, huge on what Brennan Sorsby can be in year 3 as a starter. Going to be very, very interesting this year in the Big 12 when it comes to quarterbacks. And it is the deepest QB league right now. It's the most experienced QB league right now. Now, does that mean that, some of the newer guys won't explode onto the scene like Julian Sand at Ohio State or Ty Simpson at Alabama? We don't know. We'll see. But right now, if you like quarterback play, the Big 12 is your league. That's going to do it for the top 5. We'll see you tomorrow.